sitting here thinking, there are so many amazing stories about the law of attraction that go unheard. And I was thinking how invigorating and inspiring it would be if we could just be constantly bombarded by these stories of people having success with the law of attraction. So I thought I would start recording some of my stories to share and hopefully bring some other people in to share their stories as well. But just first, a little background on myself and how I even came to know about the law of attraction. It was back in college when I was kind of discovering myself and what I believed. And one of my big beliefs that I knew was true as soon as I heard of it was the law of attraction, the idea that the thoughts we think become the realities in our lives. And this was something that my parents taught me growing up. My mom always insisted that happiness was a choice, and that really stuck with me. She made sure that it was clear that whatever way I was feeling was my choice, and I had the decision to pout and be grumpy or to choose to move on if there was a situation that I didn't like. So when I started hearing about The Secret and watching the movie and reading the book and just learning about all of these different aspects of the law of attraction, it really hit home and I knew it was true. And of course, I wanted to test it because for me, I kind of like to have proof and I like things that I can analyze and think about. So when I was in college, I tried here and there to use the law of attraction, and in general, I would say that I kind of got lazy. I didn't keep going with it. I didn't follow through. I thought of a great vision and then kind of just let it go. But one time in particular, I entered a furniture design competition. And just a little background on this that's really interesting. The summer before I had started this semester, I decided that I wanted to design a few sofa beds, like futons or something that was kind of a mix between a futon and a sofa that still looked good but that would be comfortable and could pull out to a bed for a small apartment or people who live in a small space. So I was just doing this for fun because I like designing furniture and figured why not. So fast forward to about halfway through the semester. One of my friends in my design class tells me, you know, there's a furniture design competition going on for designing a sofa bed. And I remember you told me that you had designed some sofa beds over the summer for fun, so you should enter. So, of course, in my head, I'm like, wow, this is amazing. If this competition wasn't made for me, then I don't know what was. So I refined some of those designs, worked on it a little bit, created my presentation, and submitted it to the competition. And I just knew I was going to win. And I'm not trying to sound conceited or like I'm so great, but the way that it all laid out, it was like a sign that this was made for me. So the prize was $1,000 and an iPad. And, you know, for a college student, that's pretty awesome. So I submitted my furniture design and waited. But it was interesting because when I waited, it was like I already knew the outcome. So it wasn't hard to wait. The date came and went from when they said that they were going to announce the winner. And it didn't bother me that they hadn't announced the winner yet because I knew that I was going to win. And I was telling my husband, I'm just waiting for the email. I'm just waiting for the email from them that tells me that I won. And again, I'm not trying to be conceited. I just knew it. I just knew that I had already won the competition. And this friend that had told me about it, he had also entered. He had also submitted a sofa bed. And it was really interesting to watch him because he was getting really frustrated. He was like stressing over it. And he's like, they haven't announced a winner yet. And I emailed them and I'm trying to figure out what's going on because they were supposed to announce the winner last week and I haven't heard anything. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, if you would just relax and let it go and let happen what's supposed to happen. It's all going to work out. It's all going to be okay. I just wanted to help him, but I knew that was his place and those were his thoughts, and that I was grateful that I was in a different place, able to be positive about it still. So my husband would kind of roll his eyes at me like, you're crazy. You think you're going to win this competition? Like, good luck, you know? And he would say, he was so kind. He's like, I just don't want you to get your hopes up and then to be disappointed. And I was like, you're getting it kind of wrong. Just because I feel like I'm going to win doesn't mean that my hopes are up and that I'm going to be disappointed. I honestly believe that it's going to happen. Like, there is no room in my mind for doubt. I know. I've already won it. I'm just waiting for them to tell me. All right, so fast forward to about a month after they were supposed to announce the winner. I got the email. I got the email one morning. I was sitting at home. My husband was out at work. Checked my email, and there it was. Congratulations. You've won our furniture design competition. And I just went, awesome, cool, I was waiting for this. It really wasn't a surprise, but at the same time, it was so exciting to finally be living that moment that I had been anticipating and thinking about. And immediately I called my husband and told him, and he could not believe it. He could not believe it because he thought that I was crazy. And it was just so great because I didn't know what the odds were. I didn't know how many people were going to enter. I really didn't know what my chances were, what the statistics were. I didn't think about any of that. I just focused on whether I was going to win and believing that I was, how that would feel, and just kind of waited patiently, surrendering myself to the outcome. And it was just very gratifying to see that all work out, and I would have to say that that's been my most successful application of the law of attraction, and I continually try to attain that level of belief in all of my visualizations. Not always successfully, but I love having that story as kind of just the beginning, the foundation for me, the place where I started and where it really solidified everything. And I can always look back on it and know that it's possible and that I can make anything happen in my life that I desire, and I know that anybody can do it. And so thanks for listening. And if you have any stories to share, I would love to hear from you. You can email me at Kara, Kara, at Sendaero.com. It's Sendaero. So I would love to hear your inspiring stories, and maybe you can record a video for me, or you can share a story and I can share it on my blog. Thanks.